This is a comment on one of our YouTube videos. I want you to read it.
Okay, let me be the guy who's always been this guy with the weirdest questions. What if you place that anamorphic lens adapter in front of an anamorphic lens? Epic Light Media. I've thought about this. I want to do it. I should. Funny you thought of it too. Means you have a weird brain like me.
What do you think? Do you think this is a good idea or a bad idea? You think we should do it?
I think you should do it.
To understand what we're doing here, you first need to understand how an anamorphic lens actually works. It's squeezing the image, making everything like squeezed. And then, back in the day when they shot with film, they would use a special anamorphic projector lens that would de-squeeze the image, making it ultra wide screen. Now, digitally, with digital cameras, we don't use projectors, we just do it all on the computer. But the same principles apply, and the same aesthetics apply, and that is why we bought some anamorphic lenses. Here are some anamorphic lenses. I've been getting a lot of comments lately. I've been reading them like, hey guys, I really like your videos, but like the gear you're talking about is unachievable to me. I can't afford it. And it makes me sad, because it's like, I used to not be able to afford this stuff, and now we can because we make commercials. Okay, this is one of the anamorphic lenses. These are like 8 to 10 grand a piece, used. This is an anamorphic lens from Atlas, and we've slapped it on this cheap camera from Blackmagic. What's interesting is these anamorphic lenses are 2x, meaning they're gonna squeeze your image by a factor of 2, which means that the sides of the image are going to be 2 times wider than the millimeter that's put on the lens. This is a 65, therefore this is more like a 32.5. Pretty crazy. What's funny though is because we're using 16:9 sensors, the image becomes so extremely wide that to get the standard 2.39 aspect ratio they're used to seeing in the cinema, you actually have to zoom in a bit. Oh, this room's a disaster. We need to clean up. We buy the stuff, but then we don't know how to take care of it. Okay, this is the Ursa 12K.
Put it out of its misery. No! Don't really do it. Oh my word.
And we have the Atlas Orion 100mm lens on it. And then in front of that, we have the Letus anamorphic lens adapter for a 1.33x squeeze, which means I think we're getting a 3.33x squeeze on this image. This is unprecedented. I don't think anyone's ever done this before. Maybe they have. It's a big world. There's a lot of people. What do you think, Alex? Do you think this has been done before?
Yeah.
What? That's not nice.
What?
I want to feel like an explorer.
I mean, you can. Like, you're trying something new out that you haven't done, but I feel like someone's definitely done this before.
It makes me sad.
Good.
Okay, so what this is going to do is it's going to take our regular anamorphic image and it's going to make it even more squeezed in a weird way. So what we have to do is take this circle that I printed off, and I'm going to have Alex hold it, and then we're going to film him sitting there, and then I'm going to take this circle and I'm going to bring it into the computer, and I'm going to line up the 2 circles until I can't see 2 circles, I just see 1 circle. At that point, I'll know that I've manipulated the image in the right way in post-production. Now, someone might say, why don't you just do the math and figure out 3.33x squeeze? No. We're not dealing in a perfect mathematical realm here. What this is going to lead to is an extreme amount of distortion on the image, and it's going to soften the image and make it look really weird.
You're really weird.
It's not nice. I have feelings. I know I act all tough, but deep down, I'm sensitive.
Okay, moving on.
This is how I look when I'm filmed with a 100mm anamorphic lens. And this is what it looks like when we put an anamorphic lens adapter on front of an anamorphic lens. Pretty cool.
What are you doing?
Oh, so I got the idea. We're making the image extra squeezed. So why don't we undo the anamorphic effect from this lens a little bit by turning this way.
What?
If I turn it this way, it'll undo the amount of squeeze that this 2x lens is giving us. Go ahead and sit down. I want to film you. What I'm doing now is it's the effect that they had on Elf when he's like about to faint. And he's like, oh no, my life sucks. I'm really a human, not an elf. It totally looks like that. Oh, crap. Okay, when you're dealing with a $2,500 thing and a $10,000 thing, I should not be involved with this. This is fun though. This is fun. So, the mystery has been solved. We now know what happens when you put an anamorphic lens adapter on an anamorphic lens. Weird stuff happens. That's what happens. I would never do this on a real project because it makes the image weird. And, but it was fun to do. I think experiments like this need to happen. Otherwise, the world is a boring place where experiments don't happen. I'm like a film scientist. Right, Alex?
Yeah. Sure.
Feels good. Feels good to discover something new.
Good.
If you enjoyed this video, don't subscribe to Epic Light Media because nobody subscribes to this channel because we are a channel in decline. Go subscribe to Corridor Crew. They're cool. They had Seth Rogen on the other